Elsa here with just a few designs, and today a really quick little short video on how I made these little shaker hearts. I put them on paper clips. They turn out to be kind of chunky and really sturdy. They feel really good in the hand. I'm going to use these as part of the embellishments. They go on my Valentine's Travelers notebook, but I wanted to show you how I made them. Now I tried cutting foam to put in the middle to give it the height so that you could put a little sequins in there, but I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what I'm doing, but my foam just kept getting stretched out and it just made for a bigger mess than what I wanted to, you know, too much work for that. This I think should be something really simple. Now the other way that I did it is that I just cut like 9 of these and glued them one on top of each other just like that, and then cut a solid piece that would be the back, and then of course on the last one I put a little piece of acetate, and that it gave me the little height that I needed here to put my sequins in there. Well, that turned into a lot of cutting, you know, I had to make too many cuts for that. Now the die that I'm using came with my Gemini. It's part of the Gemini. The Gemini is the smaller one of the 2 cutting machines, and I have to say that their dies are really deep, so they'll cut through several layers of paper. This I cut all at one time, so that was 4 layers of paper, and it cut through it, and I could probably add it more. So what I decided to do after I made 2 like that, cutting and just gluing one on top of the other, like I said, until I got the height. I decided that I was going to cheat a little bit and go ahead and glue my papers together before I cut them. And what I did is I used this Elizabeth craft design double-sided tape, and I guess any double-sided tape will work, but this is the only tape that I had that measures 2.5 inches, so it's the widest that I had. So I cut my sheets of paper at 2.5 inches so that it would accommodate my tape. Okay, so then I just put one inside of the other. So I'm just taping them at the beginning instead of having to do one by one at the end. So let me cut another piece. Just like that. And this is already thicker, but I will tell you, once you put it through the machine, it is going to flatten it. So I did find that by gluing one at a time, I did get them to be a little bit, for lack of a better term, fluffier, or I was able to reach the height a lot faster because the machine is going to flatten this really flat for you. But it was okay, it worked just fine, and I was able to make just 2 cuts, and let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4.5, so about right here. And I put them together, so that gives you 6, and then I just went ahead and made my cuts. So I'll be right back and show you what's next. Okay, so this is what I did, and it cut right through it. I mean, no problem. Now it does, you're not going to see this once I finish with the heart, but it does, you see how it wrinkles the paper where the tape inside, I guess, moves, but I kind of like it. It gives the paper some texture. So I was able to get 4 of them out of this, and this was 6 sheets of paper because it was 3 and then I doubled it. So I cut through 6, and this is your thinner cardstock though, okay? It's not really thick. So really like these thick dies to do this with. Okay, so then, and then it's just really simple after you get that part done. We're gonna need a little tape and a little glue and a couple of paper clips. I'm gonna use these gold ones. So now all you do is glue them. And since it did leave that little texture around there, if you don't want it showing, the ones that I cut individually over here are really pretty and there's no signs of wrinkling or anything on them. So those is what you will adhere on. One of those, you will adhere your little piece of acetate to it. And if you don't have acetate, you can run a laminating sheet through your laminator and use that. Okay, so I just put the glue on the heart, attach it to my laminate sheet right here. I turn around and with my nail or with the paper clip, spread the glue. Try not to get it on the inside so you can't see it, because you want that laminate, that inside to be really pretty and clear. But if you do get it on the inside, just come in and clean it. You can clean it with your finger, just clean it out really good. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2 of them. Okay, and now all you gotta do is cut these out. And cut it really close to the heart, of course, as close as you can get it. And because I gotta cut this, and sometimes I do cut into the heart more than I wish I had, and kind of decombobulate the integrity of the heart. That's why I cut an extra one, because this one's going to go on the top, just to make it look pretty. Okay, so that's one. So you just want to make sure that the little acetate is nice and clean, and then you can just put those 2 aside right there. Okay, now take your other pieces, depending on how you did it. If you did it the way I did, then you have all these thick pieces that have already been layered, or like I said, you're just going to continue to keep layering these on top of each other until you get the height you want. Okay, and just apply glue. Good thing about this glue, it's called glitter glue, art glitter, is that it dries clear. So even if it starts to seep out through here or through the inside, you'll never see it. Okay, so now that you have that, and I like how deep that is, that's all I need. I'm gonna go ahead and put my base on it, which is why I cut these clear hearts, and I also cut 4 of those, because I'm going to use one for the base and I want the glue all the way to the edges. So we use one for that. So let me make the other two. So now you have two of them like this. Two acetate pieces. All right, now, so now let's fill this up with a little, just a little bit, because you don't have that much space in there. So there. Okay, so now on top of this, we are going to glue the acetate. You want to go all the way to the edge with it, the glue. Trim anything that needs to be trimmed. Okay, and you know this extra piece that we had, that's going to be your face. So even if this part is a little messed up and you think it's not looking good, that's okay, because that's where you're going to put this part right here. So let me do this one. My little acetate piece. There you go. Okay, now flip them to the back. And here's where we're going to use some of this. Okay. Okay. So I like to put about 3 rows of this on the bottom. And any double-sided tape will do. Just like that. Get your paper clip. Put it on there really, really good. And then your other piece, remember you had 4 of these? Is what's gonna go as a back face to this. Just right there. And when you add the hot glue, it fogs in the inside of the thing, but that's okay. That goes away just because of the heat. Okay, so let me do this one while that one's drying. This probably comes without saying, but just in case, because I did the mistake one time and I put it like this, make sure that when you go to adhere your paper clip, that the part that actually that clips to paper is on the bottom. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's done that. I put that part to the top. Or I don't know, maybe I am the only one that's ever done that. Then just add your hot glue. This is really, really simple, and I'm sure you ladies have probably seen this done before. But since I'm making them, I wanted to come and share how I made them. Okay, so now that those are made, I made it really, really simple. I used this Martha Stewart paper punch. It's a little bow, and then just some pink paper I had. Let me see where. Right there. And I had some stickers that I got at Hobby Lobby. At the time that I went, they had them like 40% off. And this is what I used to decorate the outside of the little hearts. Like I said, really, really, really simple. Here's the silver. Okay, and that's it. That makes my little paper clip shakers. And now these right here, the insides, you know, when you cut them, these are really nice and really thick because there's 6 sheets of paper there. What I did, I started to make one here, and then all hell broke loose and I didn't get to finish it, so I've been using that to make it. But I made this that I thought would be fun to give my granddaughter for Valentine's, and these little hearts are what I used these for. And it's the same thing. I mean, I just cut hearts and little acetate, and these are those stickers. I've glued one on the inside and one on the outside so you could feel it, and then I just added those little hearts right there. I've been feeling kind of arts and crafty here lately. So anyway, so now I have 6 of these, and these I am going to add to, I have a video showing you these 2 that I have. And it already has that one right there. I'm going to add one of these to it also. So So you'll be getting the little heart shaker also with your little tin. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this and that you'll make some, and that you drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you so much, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye, y'all.